Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Dela's Voice. This is a special show. As a matter of fact, this is our farewell Dela's Voice live Sunday show for 2020. I'm so excited because for this special edition, I asked some very special people to help me fundraise some money for the Canadian Mental Health Association, and they jumped right on. I am so fortunate to know people like that around me who are blessing my life with their support. And today, you're going to hear from these fantastic thought leaders, change makers, entrepreneurs who take lemons and make lemonade. I can't wait for you to meet each and every one of them, to hear about their stories from 2020 and see how you can use what they do in your life. So here we go. I'm going to bring them on one by one and introduce them. And I'm going to start right with the person next to my picture at the bottom. So right here, we have Alka Sharma. Alka Sharma is a best-selling author of her book, From Cocoon to CEO. She is an entrepreneur. She is a fitness guru and a mindset coach. Alka is the founder of her boutique style studio, Alka Sharma's Fitness. Alka's Fitness Studio, I beg your pardon. And I am so happy that she's on here today. So here we go. Alka, here she is on Dela's Voice. Hello, Alka. Hello. Thanks for being here.
Hi there, Dela. Well, it's an honor. Thank you so much for having me.
Alka, I hear an echo. I think I have you on two devices.
Yeah.
Just leave one device and come back on, and I'm going to mute you as you come back. Okay, next we have Marianne Pageant. Marianne is, oh, we lost Erica and she'll be right back. Marianne. She's an entrepreneur. She is a real estate investor. She is an expert at people. Seriously, HR expert. Marianne is the founder of Meditation Minute with Marianne. And she's changing the world consciousness a minute at a time. She's my friend, and I can't wait for her to show you what she's got. Hello, Marianne.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for inviting me on this amazing show. I love being a part of this.
Nice.
This is the best. The group is amazing, you're amazing, and the event is amazing, and the cause is amazing.
And
Did
you're
I say that twice?
Here we have Alka back. There we go. Alka's back. So
hi, Alka.
There you are. Awesome.
Well, this is much better.
Yes, much better. Thank you. Next, we have my friends, Alice and Michael from Samadhi School of Meditation. They are the fantastic duo who are doing wonderful work to change people's lives, to help them live better, to help them become more in tune with themselves. They've been helping me. I can't wait to have them on the show. Alice and Michael, welcome. Mwah. Mwah. Nice to have you guys here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next we have Katie. Katie is a mental health social worker and an entrepreneur. She is the reason why, part of the reason of my journey, actually. You guys don't know this, but she's in my book too. Katie is my first lifeline when I was going through a rough time in my life with the stigma of mental health in my life. She was the first person I ever approached And she put me at ease because she told me I wasn't the only one who was suffering. So it is my pleasure to have Katie for the first time on Dela's Voice. Hello, Katie.
Hello, Dela, and everyone else. It's so
Nice
wonderful
to
to be
have
here.
you. Yeah. Nice to have you. Next, we have Mr. Jacques Vincent. Jacques is an international best-selling author of his book, The Best Kept Secret Book. Jack is a mindset coach. He is a business coach. He helps people take their business to a whole new level all the time. He's also an expert at personality types and love languages. It is my pleasure to have Jack Vincent on the show today. Hello,
Well, hi.
Jack.
Hello, Dela. How you doing?
Excellent.
Hi, Jack.
Nice to have you.
So glad to be part of your show and your cause today. Really dear to my heart on this.
Amazing. I want to thank you so much, all of you, from the bottom of my heart, for taking part in this show. Okay, well, without further ado, I want to yes,
No.
Michael.
On our end, we can hear someone typing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's very loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
everyone,
I hear it clicking. I hear it clicking.
Yeah,
I wonder what that is. I'm okay. I'm going to mute everybody
Everyone.
one at a time, and let's see if that stopped. Let's see. Did it stop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's from, I think it's from Alka. Hold on.
No,
Is it?
no.
Hold on. Is it from Katie's side? Hold on. Let me unmute you, Katie. Katie, can you unmute yourself?
There.
Yeah, I think it stopped, right?
Oh no, there it is.
There
Yeah.
it is.
There it
Maybe it's me. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
is. No.
Okay, well, I think the only way to do this is if I could ask everybody to mute themselves while they're not talking. And then the person who's talking can unmute, and then I think that would work for everybody. So, oh my gosh. Okay, today I have a special Dela's Voice for everybody. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to go around the table, and we're going to ask your take on some questions that I have prepared for you. And as we go through this, my intention is this for today. Today, we're going to learn from each other, and we're going to learn from each other's experiences. And one person who might be watching this show might just feel so inspired to do amazing things today, to feel better today, to get out of that dark mood today, to start breathing again today, to start seeing light again today. That is my intention. So thank you so much for being here. Oh, okay. And just so you know, we have raised $100 for the Canadian Mental Health Association, which will be donated and will be posted on Dela's Voice. So thank you so much, everybody. Okay. All right. So we're going to go around the table, but I want to also ask everyone who's watching this show, please leave us your comments. Patty Mays is here. Thank you, Patty, for being here. She says yum lemonade. And so leave us comments, follow us along, be with us today, and let's see what's going to happen from this amazing hour. Marjan, hello. Marjan's here too. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm going to go around the table and ask you one question and answer, please. And you have about 2 minutes to answer the question. Sounds good? And don't hate me if I cut you off. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just
We love you no matter what.
Okay. As you know, as you all know, 2020 has been kind of a different kind of a year. And so a lot of people have different takes on what it's done to their lives. things that have happened in our lives, and it's been different. So I want to ask you to go there. And so 2020 being the year it's been, how have you kept yourself grounded through all of this? So I'm going to go to Marianne.
Because you already know the answer.
No, I want.
Because my favorite way of grounding is meditation.
And so, can I ask everybody else to mute themselves while Marianne is talking? Thank you so much.
Yes. I have meditation, of course, is what I do. That's what I am. That's who I am. So meditation is always going to be my answer to any kind of grounding, any kind of anything. It's what I do. I meditate probably at least 3 to 5 meditations a day. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. I am the founder of Meditation Minute with Marianne. So I think in honor of that, I will do probably what will end up being a 30-second meditation before I actually get cut off, because I do love you no matter what. So let's everyone just come sitting up and close your eyes. Keep your spine straight. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And now inhale through your nose. Hold your inhale for 3 seconds and exhale through your mouth. And continue with this. And exhale. And so you can continue doing this. And so what I wanted to just say with that was that it does take you from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic nervous system, and it basically takes you from stress to calm. And with a calm mind, you are able to stay grounded. Namaste. Thank you. Was that 2 minutes? Did I do good? I can't hear anything.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Marianne. That was awesome. Okay, so just so you know, Marianne does these minute meditations, and it's like, who doesn't have a minute, honestly? And it's always so good because, you can just play along, and she puts them on YouTube. Amazing. Thank you. I know how much work it takes to do all of that, like putting stuff everywhere. So thank you so much for doing that for all of us, Marianne. Woo! Thank you. Okay, next I have Alka. Alka, my dear. Okay, so how have you been able to keep grounded through all of this?
Right. Well, first of all, thank you, Dela, for inviting. It's always a great pleasure to be on your show. And, for me, 2020, what has kept me grounded is hope. Because without hope, we don't have the passion, the purpose that we have for life. And without hope, we cannot build what it is to build our business. We won't have the hope to build our family, the family structure. Without hope, we don't have anything to build on. So for me, 2020 has really what it's taught me is to have hope. Because without hope, we can be lost. Without hope. So hope essentially is a roadmap that we have for ourselves. Hope is what leads us to know that there are better things to come. And yes, 2020 has been, for all of us around the world, has been tumultuous time that, we've gone through, but also hope has also led us to believe that 2021, that's just literally around the corner, there is hope for each and every one of us. So live in that hope and you will conquer your life.
I love that. Alka, hope has hope has a really strong meaning in my life. There was a time I was hopeless and I didn't have any hope. And so I understand how having hope is so powerful in life for us. So thank you so much for that reminder.
You're
Do you
welcome.
know, so I learned this from someone. It's on my own. I learned this. HOPE, hope for hope, stands for hang on, pain ends.
Oh, I love that.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to take credit for that one. I heard it from someone. Thank you, Alka. Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay, so we have Jack, my dear Jack Vincent. Tell us.
Can you hear me?
Yes. So, how have you kept grounded through all of this, Jack?
Well, it's a really, really good question. I think that at the beginning, when the COVID came in, our company got completely shut down, and one of their suppliers of big customers that we were doing work for completely and still up to this day almost shut down. So, but being a business for almost 37 years almost, uh, I was lucky enough to they said there's a saying that you got to prepare for the winters of life. And I've preached that for I don't know how many years I've been preaching that is when you prepare for the winters of life, when the winter does come in, you prepared for it. Even though my main companies were shut down for 30, 60 days, I was lucky enough to have a whole new contracts coming in and kept us busy up to this day as like crazy. We couldn't even keep up with the work. But having said that, I think mentally at home, I was lucky at the same time that the COVID came in that I was preparing to go online as I was getting coached by Robert J. Moore and Laurie McNeil, and that at least kept me busy at home preparing myself for basically reinventing myself into my later years that I would love to be doing transformational speakers to help businesses with their company engagement because right now engagement in companies it's at its all-time low, which is about 75% of the employees right now are not engaged at work. So my mission is to really help companies to bring up the level of engagement in their companies. So I got to kind of have mix signal. Like I want to help people, but also want to help companies. So I'm always open to help people. And I guess this is what my mission is to help people. And I think we're fortunate to have the ability to teach people how to prepare themselves for the winters of life.
Thank you, Jack. Preparation certainly important for sure. Planning and making sure that we're ready. And I know the work you do, and thank you so much for doing it. So great, thank you so much. I just want to say hi to some people who have joined us. We have Jennifer says hello, beautiful Alice and Michael. Debbie also says howdy from Florida. She says she's friends with Mike and Allie. Yay. And she's friends with Robert J. Moore. Yay. And Tammy's here saying hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, next on the panel, we have Katie McQuaig. So Katie, my dear Katie, how have you kept grounded? And I know life is not easy sometimes. How have you kept grounded during this difficult time?
Wow, big question. But first of all, thank you so much for inviting me and letting me be part of this amazing panel. I think the main thing that I've done this year in 2020, especially since COVID hit, is I've been taking baby steps. I'm not trying to focus on the whole length of this pandemic, but rather how can I stay okay and present in my world today? Whether I'm at my regular day job, working as a social worker with the homeless in downtown Toronto, which has got so much stress on its own. And then running my own makeup business by doing lives on Facebook and spending time with people. I just need to make sure that I am taking care of me and that I am present in that moment, that in terms of what I'm doing at that moment, whether it's making sure I'm taking time for myself, whether it's doing a meditation, whether it is having a nap, whether it is working with clients who are in crisis, or whether or not I'm simply helping someone choose the makeup that they want to wear that day. I think the most important things that I have taken out of 2020 that I want to take into 2021 is that I need to be okay for me, not for anyone else, but being okay in myself and who I am and where I'm at any given time has really allowed me to share that hope, that happiness, that drive to uplift and empower other women, and just to make my day feel like I was value and that there was value in my day and that I contributed to it. I think that those are the things that I take into my entrepreneurial endeavor and also into my everyday with my the ladies, as I call them, that and the honor of being able to share in their journey every day and to support them and to help them recognize who they can be and watching them grow into themselves. I think that that's the best way that I have really coped with this craziness of 2020.
You can't hear me.
No.
Okay. Hello. So thank you so much, Katie. Thank you so much. And I know that you do go live and you talk to your audience and you talk to your customers, and you're always so genuine as you do it, and people can see uh, that you are taking care of yourself, and you're preaching what you practice, which is amazing. Self-care is such a big part of our journey. And certainly, I had to learn that through my journey as I coped with mental health. So thank you so much for that amazing reminder, Katie. Okay, next we have the beautiful Alice and Michael from Samadhi School of Meditation. If I mean, I need to ask you, how have you kept grounded through this time? Please share.
No, did you? There we go. Hello, everybody. Well, Dela, I had first. Since it's two of us, do we get 4 minutes? Just kidding. Because you left the talkers for the very last. Anyway, well, we are Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School. And yes, we practice meditation, but one thing that has kept us grounded is diving deeper into who we are and using this time wisely to really get to see inner child. I've been doing a lot of inner work. I know Michael individually as well, but then we also serve. And in serving, it's really to stay grounded. When we hear other stories of people who are going through a lot of chaos, it really helps us to see what's out there and what they need to improve ourselves and remind ourselves to stay grounded. So that's how I've been doing it. And Michael?
Thank you so much. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. The way that I have really felt the impact is, first of all, as simple as it sounds, drink water. The majority of what's going on in the brain is a lack of hydration, as simple as that. You put water in that brain, it's going to flow the energy and it's going to help you tremendously. So make sure, especially in these winters, that you're drinking lots of water. Getting going out, you're breathing. For myself, as I do all these things, sometimes I forget, like we all do, but it's really that cultivation of that relationship with yourself. Because if you are your greatest fan, if you are your greatest love, you're unstoppable. But if you're trying to, find who approves of you or who validates you, you're always going to find someone who doesn't. And then that's the time that you beat yourself up the most. It's not like you. It's that one person that doesn't goes into its, psychological identity of self. But when you can go beyond that identity of who you've been told you are, who you think you are, and you can really transcend those limitations within you and look at yourself in the mirror, take the time to love you, take the time to cultivate this relationship, then you will see the world will reflect that. And it's simple. It's very simple. And the last thing that I want to say is when you live on principles that are surefire, that are so perfect and so precise, that when you know you do the work with trust, you do the work with faith, you do the work with a set of confidence in security in yourself. And I think that that's what the world needs, is that freedom. Remember that freedom that we all have. No matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, it's your choice. You're free to think and choose and act how you choose. And we are the only species in the world that can do that. Let's use that, because it's a great tool.
I keep forgetting to unmute myself. That's not good for a host. Thank you so much, Michael. Yes, and you're so right. And thank you for the reminder of drinking water. So important. The big piece, yes, the big piece, remembering our personal responsibility. Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. So there are some comments. Debbie said, Pamela, did I say Pamela said I'm a good friend of Katie? Debbie said, God bless you, Katie. I was a nurse for 40 years and always volunteered. Giving is my special power. Thank you so much, Debbie. Debbie also says, Dela, Robert referred me to your show. I'd love to share my story with you one day. I love what you do. Thank you so much, Debbie. I would love that. She also says, water education is my mission. Amazing. Patty says, water identity, transcend, love, and cultivate freedom with confidence. Yes, she also says it's beautiful. Debbie says, Patty Mays, but not all water gets into the brain. I think that's a different show. Yes, thank you so much. Perfect. Thank you so much for all of you answering that question. Any comment on anyone's share? I'm just going to give you a minute to think about that. Anyone has any comment on anyone's share? This is a panel, after all. You get to comment on each other too. Anything?
Yeah, Mike. I just want to thank everyone here, because we all have challenges. Just because we're here where we are doesn't mean that, we're unique and we're an exception to humanity. We're all going through our challenges. And I just want to thank every one of you here saying yes to life, saying yes to love, and saying yes to service, because, that's why we do what we do, to inspire people to really, be their own self-guided leader, because there's so many copies, and so many people, because we don't have these conscious conversations, they think that there's something wrong with them. They don't realize that we all have something going on. And when we can find that common ground, that unity that unites us, more people will feel accepted instead of feeling different. So I really appreciate and honor you, because it's really showing that we all are in this together.
Michael, I'm so sorry, Michael, but your voice is cutting. It's cutting off. Is it just for me, or is it for everybody else too?
Yeah, it's a little bit choppy.
It's choppy.
It is as well.
For some reason.
On our end, we hear a lot of noise in the background.
Like a background.
Like someone didn't mute themselves or something very loud.
And you know what? This is a perfect moment right now, Dela, because let me just share. When there's great resistance, that's because there's great opportunity of transformation. So when there's resistance, like right now, we just follow through. We just continue to move, because it's that resistance that's really telling you something great.
That's it.
So thank you.
So I'm going to play a little video just to give us a little break, and then we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you so much for all your input. Okay, on to the next question. Are you ready? Show me a thumbs up if you're ready. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go. My next question is this. Do you know your why? And how important has knowing your why been in getting through this time? So we're going to start with Jack.
Wow. That is, wow, you're asking good question today. The why. Well, I think the why is how important the why is to get you through life or through whatever obstacle that that you experience or you're about to experience is, to me is a little different because since I think I was 19 years old, I knew what I wanted out of life. And I met my girlfriend, which is my wife today, for 35 years, and with 4 beautiful children. How would I say that? I knew at 19 years old what I needed to do, and I was willing to do. Your why is what's make you go through the expression, through the crap in life, because life is always filled with two things. It's always a mix of two things, which is sometimes you have more opportunities than, what is the saying here? You have more opportunities than you have, not disaster, but you have more opportunity than, gosh, well, I can't remember what it's called. But sometimes, like I say, there's always a mix of the good and the bad all the time in life. Sometimes we have more good than bad, and sometimes we have more bad than good. But if you're prepared, as I said earlier, I think if you have a plan in your life, is you can ride through just about anything, because usually the people in North America don't usually they don't have an earning problem. Most of us we have a spending problem. And having said that, is when your why is big enough, there's nothing that's going to stop you. Is because people have, how would I say that, is they have, having a spending problem it's what usually gets us into trouble to begin with, because when we have problem with money, we usually have a whole lot of other problem with it. And having said that, when you know why you're doing something, when a couple or an individual can actually sit at a kitchen table and design their life, because if you don't design your own life, there's a good chance somebody else will design it for you. And guess what they have for you? Not much. So having said that, it's really important that you sit down at the kitchen table and look forward to what kind of life you'd like to have. And when you do that, it's like setting up a GPS, meaning that the first thing we need to do in a GPS to get somewhere is to actually enter a destination. And when the destination has been entered, the next thing is it will give us a route to get you there. So, but it is always possible there could be roadblocks. There could be something that's going to happen that's going to deter us to get to that goal. So we need to, and when your why is big enough, it doesn't matter what obstacle that sets in front of us, is we get around, we get under, we get over, and being in business for that long for myself is this is how you get through obstacles, because obstacles will always come in your life. That's what it's called, the winters of life. If you prepare for it, then when it presents itself, you can get around it, or you can get under it or around it. Because how would I say, it's when you get so focused on what you need to do, it doesn't matter what happened, you get around it. Because when you want something so bad, your why is so great, there's absolutely nothing that can stop you. It's just the time. We all have a different time limit that we have to reach our goals, to reach our dreams or whatever. But it all starts with the why. If the why is not big enough, there's a good chance you're gonna die midway here, because there's so much. Life is full of obstacles in life. So having said that, your why is probably the most important ingredient to get you wherever you want to go. That's the why. Get
Agreed.
yourself a big why.
Thank
Yes.
you, Jack. Thank you. Okay, next I'm going to ask Katie. Katie, what is your why, and what's the importance of having a why to get you through?
I think my why changes from time to time. It depends on, like, you accomplish your why similar to the way that you accomplish your goal. And then you move through it, and it creates a new why for you. So I think that when I first started identifying what is my why am I here? What is it that I want out of life? I think that my main goal was my mental wellness, my mental health and my wellness, and that I wanted to be able to feel valued, not by other people. I wanted to be able to measure myself by my own why, as opposed to measuring myself by what others think of me. And then feeling like I didn't measure up to their expectations. I wanted to live in my own world, in my own goals, in my own aspirations. So I think that when I look at my why, for instance, in my little makeup biz, my why is to empower and support other women, but it's also to add income to my family and into my life. When I look at my why for my day job as a social worker, it is to support other women by being strong in myself, being able to take on some of their pain and their trauma, but not take it on and in like it becomes part of me. Being able to walk away from that experience, feeling like I've shared and I've supported and I've helped and I've empowered them, without walking away feeling that trauma as my own trauma. I think that we have to allow ourselves to take those baby steps to get towards our goal or our other growth that we're doing with our why. So I think that in different parts of our lives we have different whys. As a parent, we have a why or a motivation. And I think in knowing our why, I tell the new girls that come onto my team, figure out what your why is. Why are you doing this? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for others? And what are you taking away from it? Because I think it's really important to feel that value within yourself. And if you can't feel that strength and that value within yourself, you need to re-look at that why and move it, whether it's step it back, or whether it's step it forward. But to be able to see that why and see your growth from within yourself, not just on how it reflects on other people.
Thank you, Katie. I do this every time. Thank you. So there's some comments from other people, and I want to make sure that we acknowledge every single one. Okay. It says, Debbie says, Mike and Ali have the biggest hearts and I adore them. How nice. And Patty says, agreed, Debbie. Debbie says, they have helped me so much. Mike and Ali have helped a lot of people. They're helping me also. Debbie says, bad echo. No, it's all, I think it's good now. Pam says, all of you wonderful people, all of you have wonderful points that people need to remember. Amazing. And let's see. Debbie says, my why is bigger than my butt, luckily. But I think the but that we say, oh, I got to do this, but, right? That's what she means, not the other but. And Pam says, your why can change. Patty says, mental health wellness has been my life's why. I serve as a spiritual mentor. Debbie says, so very true, Katie. Our why does change at times. Mine sure has. And Pam says, so true. My why has changed many times. So it's important to remember that our why does change, and keeping that focused. Okay. All right. So we still have 3 more, I think, input. No, 2 or 3. Yes, 3. So next we're going to go to Marianne and hear from her on what is your why and why is knowing your why important in getting you through.
Hi, thank you. So I'm going to talk more about mental health because my why, I don't have children, so I don't have that particular why. My why is more global, and I like to call it an energy bank for the entire world. And so I think every good deed that we do goes into this energy bank and spreads out. And that's kind of my life mission in general. And so I think with COVID, for me, for sure, because I basically left one job and went to the other one. Went to the other one. I used to do this more part-time and have always done it and have done it for well over 30 years. But I have now made it my number one focus. And I've added to it, and I've taken an amazing course called Celebrity You with Dela and Jacques, and so with the help of Laurie McNeil and Robert J. Moore, which has helped me tremendously in numerous ways, and I don't have that kind of time to get into it. But it's definitely, I think COVID in general has brought up a lot more depression and anxiety. For sure, anxiety. I mean, there's a variety, anxiety over health, over what's going to happen. People who fear about the future, who overthink the past, who overthink everything. I mean, there's been so much that's come up to the surface. And so I feel that there's been a stronger need for coaching, for courses, all the different things that I've always kind of done. The thing that I had to do was I had to get over myself and over my fear of technology and take the entire business online, which is a huge challenge for me. I'm a little bit older. I didn't grow up with a lot of technology like a lot of the kids are now, so it doesn't come naturally to me, but I have learned an awful lot, so that's been very exciting. So that's kind of where my why has, I don't know that it's changed. Maybe it's shifted just a smidge, and it's become more amplified, and the need for my services has expanded, and I'm just super excited about it. That's really all. Okay, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Marianne. I really appreciate that. Okay, next we're going to go to Alka and hear from Alka on her why and how it's kept her grounded. So, how you think that's really important. But a couple of comments came in. I want to go there first. So Debbie says, yeah, she was just being funny. But it's so true. And she also says, Robert is amazing. Yes, we love Robert J. Moore. And Patty says, cool, good for you. Tech is the new norm. And so many of us have had to learn that, right? I mean, it's been stepping out of our comfort zone to make unfamiliar things familiar to us. And sometimes we learn that, oh my gosh, this is really cool stuff, actually, because look at what we can do, how we can get our message out there. And Debbie says she loves your energy bank analogy, Marianne. She says, I know exactly how you feel about technology. As a lot of us do. Okay, my dear Alka, you're next. So I'm just gonna unmute you. Please let us know what your why is. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Della. So my why, as I mentioned earlier on, was hope. And my why is what is actually, so my why hasn't changed as much, but as Marianne said, it's amplified a lot more in the sense of my why is having the passion, the purpose, your mission for life. Because your why is your roadmap, is your compass, your trajectory to life and where you see that going. And for me as an entrepreneur, COVID, we had to shift. So we had to go online, and as a fitness owner of a fitness studio, we're in a lockdown and the studio is closed, so we had to go online. And so, what is your purpose? What is your mission in life, and where do you see that going? And for most of us, and as I mentioned earlier on, is having that hope, is seeing that hope in yourself as an individual or for your family as a structure, in your business. Do you have the hope? Do you have what it takes to really keep on going on? In spite of the fact, as COVID, in this pandemic, in this lockdown that we're in, but do you have that hope? Do you have what ignites you internally to see that for yourself and for your business? If you don't see that, then you have to step back and evaluate, what is my mission? What is my purpose to keep on going on for yourself or for your business? So we all have to have the purpose and the mission for life. And also the key is to what ignites us every morning. Are we excited to focus on our mission and our purpose in life? And for me, is having that hope that's kept me going on, and to believe that there is more to come for as an individual and for our businesses. So you have to keep that passion burning all the time and having that hope.
Thank you so much, Alka. You're so right. You're so right. Having that deep burning desire, yes, that's totally important as we go through, especially tough times and struggles and adversity. That's what's going to keep us going and waking up every morning. Thank you so much for that, Alka. Thank you. And next we have, and Debbie says, following my passion has brought me my purpose on this journey. That's what Debbie says also. And so next we have beautiful Ali and Michael. Okay, before we go to Ali and Michael, Debbie says, beautifully said, Alka. I just didn't want to miss that. And so next we have Alice and Michael on the importance of. So first of all, what is your why, and why is it important?
Okay, well, my why has been the same since I can remember. Going through a lot of pain in my life as a child, mental anguish and all that stuff that we carry with us. I realized that the why was important. I did not desire for other people to suffer as much as I did. I wanted to be able to ease other women into the freedom of knowing that they have a choice and that they do not have to continue to suffer because their life started with pain and suffering and abuse. So that had always been my why. And not until COVID did I realize how important it is to shift to the who. Who is behind that why? And in my case, I needed to get closer and know myself at a deeper level. And that's why Samadhi Sea of Wisdom is that ocean of feelings and anxieties and questions that we have. But I want to help others before we help ourselves. So I needed to find out my who, which is Alice, and who is Alice. And in that way, I can help others through their pain because I've been there. So during COVID for our mission was a blessing because we got stronger knowing that there will be dealing with the thoughts. So your turn, baby.
And it's basically similar because I actually, had that realization in meditation because, so many people will talk about focusing on your why, but our whys usually come from our parents, our husbands and wives and, people close to us because we don't even know who we are. And we work with so many people and we realize that their why was based on, something or someone or some experience. And later they're like, well, why did I do that? Like someone mentioned earlier, your why changes. Your why changes to her, but your why shouldn't change you. Let me repeat that again. Your why changes to mature, but it shouldn't change to change you. Shouldn't compromise who you are. So the one thing that I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and I started backwards. When I started researching out there. And to make a long story short, then I realized that I was getting angrier and more lost within myself the more I wanted to study the complexity of everybody's and anybody's opinion. And when I started studying myself, I realized that I was seeing truth in everyone because everyone has an essence of truth. It's just so figuring out who you are, because if you don't know who you are in your why, you're not going to know the depth of the genuineness that you can experience because it's based on some illusory idea or illusory dream. But when you can create your reality from the dream of you, wake up in your dream. We so live in dreams we don't know who we are. And when we discover more of who we are, then our dream becomes a reality and reality opens up to us. And that's one thing that I would love to if this is your first time or several times watching us, it's, you weren't meant to live in a dream. And like Carl Jung said, I finished with this. Like Carl Jung said long ago, he said, one who looks outside dreams. One who looks within awakens. It's time to awaken because that's why mental health is such a big thing in our society, our world, because most people don't know who they are. And they're looking for their identity in others. And it's like me asking you, excuse me, do you know who I am? Of course you don't. So why should I believe someone knows who I am that doesn't even know themselves? So it's taking care of number one, being selfish in a way of loving yourself so you can be truly of service because the world needs you.
Thank you so much for that, Michael. Patty says, hope is, so this is her, hope is honoring opportunities, promises, enrichment. That's pretty cool. I like that, Patty. Honoring opportunities, promises, enrichment. Debbie says, dreams are just a future that has not happened yet. Never stop chasing them. I'm a big dreamer. Pamela says, so perfectly said. Patty says, young, yes, awaken to the self and live life in fulfillment. Awesome. And self-care also. So thank you so much. Wow. You have put in amazing value into this show today. I want to take the next few minutes to give you a little bit of time to really plug in your businesses and services. I want people to be able to find you online and take advantage of what you have to offer. So I'm going to go around the table and, okay, but there's only one condition, okay? First, One condition before you go there. I want to ask you the silliest business mistake you have made, and then go ahead and plug in your business. Okay. Okay. So first we go to Marianne.
Of course you do. Silliest mistake. You know what? I just did it like 2 weeks ago with a mutual friend. I don't want to say her name. She's my client. She's brand new client. So I have this fantastic device here, which is also an immediate plug for me as well. So this is an AO scan. So it's a frequency scanner. So as you can see, my name is up top. So in order for me to do the next person, I need to click on that. I need to change the person's name. Well, I went over to her house and we were like so into each other. You know, when you click with someone immediately and we're like talking, and oh my gosh, this is great. And blah, 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 this is going to be amazing. And I did the whole scan under my name, which is not good. Because you see, this operates on voice control. So you need to speak into this. Your voice needs to go in there. So the entire time I'm reading her, me. So then I looked at it and she goes, and I actually said the words. I go, oh, so this is what, oh yeah. And then I need to go do this. And she's like, you need to go do this? She goes, I thought we were reading me. And I'm like, oh. In front of a brand new client. Thank goodness, she is so cool, and we totally bonded, and we just laughed all over it. But anyway, so yes, so that was that was a goofy mistake, especially on a brand new client, because who doesn't want to mess up right in front of a brand new client, right? Anyway, so that brings me right away to the AO scan. So this is a high frequency machine device that will actually scan your body for a variety of different ailments, and it'll tell you where your health is at. And then there's a frequency that also follows it that you can plug in that does the healing. So first you do the scan till it lets you know what's out of balance, let's just say. And then you do another scan or another frequency, you plug it in and it does the healing. So it's amazing. And I've been able to use this because it works on voice. You can use it on Zoom. So it's been an absolute amazing device. It flows right along with the rest of me putting everything else online. And so some of the other things that I do is I teach courses. I am an empowerment coach, so the courses are self-empowerment reset, because it's a big year of reset. And so I have a variety of different ones. So the latest one that I'm working on is Letting Go Made Easy. So it's self-empowerment reset, letting go made easy, because letting go is not easy. And so we do a number of different things that build you up into making the letting go easy. And so we have a 6-month course for co-ed. I have a separate 6-month course for just women. And then I have a separate course that I do with a partner of mine, Denise, and we do a young adult one. So for like teenagers, usually from 16 to about 22 is what we do. And then I am also going into corporations and doing their wellness programs with the meditation. And I do one-on-one coaching. And in honor of this awesome and amazing show, I have decided to do a bit of a bonus. So for anyone who tells me that they saw this show and they would like to have a one-on-one coaching session, I will give you, so $14.97 is what I charge for 6 weeks. I have decided to throw in an additional 2 weeks of session for the same price. So that's my bonus. www.meditationminutewithmarianne, Marianne spelled MARIANNE.com. That's my website. And my email is spiritualtouch11@gmail.com. That's spiritualtouch, the number 11 @gmail.com. And thank you so much, Dela. I love you so much, and everyone else. Thank you. All at once.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Just so you know, Marianne and I are you know, we've been working together for a while, and she's been helping me with that her gadget there, and lots of other gadgets. She's all into healing, so she's been helping me a lot. So thank you. Okay, that you got a lot into this, like, couple of minutes that I gave you. Okay, all right, next. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So Alka, please plug in your business. But before, what's the silliest business mistake you've made?
Right. Well, I can't say there's been a silliest mistake, but yes, there has been a mistake. And so when I was having a consultation with the client, she came to the studio, and we just kind of hit it off. She had a great personality, and it was just so much fun just having a chat with her, going through what's your lifestyle history, what are your fitness goals, and how can we help you get out of your classes. So we're just having a great chat. And, through that moment, I realized, okay, so she bought the membership at the studio. And so when she left, we said bye and everything, hope to see you when you come for your workouts. I realized I didn't take her contact information. I thought, oh my God, wow. Out of all of that, I didn't have a contact info. So yeah, it's very important, even while you're getting excited with a client, is to get down their contact info. So I'm the owner of Alka's Total Fitness. We are a boutique lifestyle fitness studio where life meets style. So I actually came up with that because I thought it was really cool, and having a lifestyle where people can experience with their workouts. So as an owner of the studio, we have a bonus 30-minute coaching session. When a client comes in, we're going to be having a 30-minute consultation. We find out what are your fitness goals, what's your lifestyle history, what can you expect to get out of the classes, and how we can help you through your journey. So I sit down with them and have a consultation, and through the process, it's people begin to realize, okay, they want this and they want more out of life, because health and well-being is the number one priority that we have for ourselves, and to take care of ourselves. So I will be having a coaching program that's going to be coming out very soon. It's a 5-week coaching session. I'm going to sharing about your mindset, which is the most important that we need to delve into, especially now during COVID. So mindset, working on your, how you wake up excited to really look forward to your day, working on the workouts. I have a guide for that, pre-recorded workouts that I'll be personally, you can have access to, and private Facebook groups. So those 3 things I'll be working on my coaching program: your mindset, nutrition, and workouts. So that's going to be coming out pretty soon.
Amazing. And so people can get in touch with you again?
Yes. So on my website, Alka's Total Fitness, ALKAS, totalfitness.com.
Thank you so much, Alka.
Thank you, Dela. And it's just amazing to be on your program, on your show once more. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Love you.
I love you. Okay, next we have, so just going down the screen here, Alice and Michael, silliest business mistake, and plug yourselves.
Oh. Okay, well, as everyone else is sharing, Michael and I are over here going, what's the silliest? What's the silliest? Because I can't really call it a silly business mistake that we've done anywhere out there in public or with someone individually. But on our videos, or Dela, I'm sure you know, even in our courses, it's just something that Michael and I have when we both are so passionate. We both want to speak. We both want to say something. And it's either his turn or my turn, or I come up with rock, paper, scissors, or take a number or something, because we both are so passionate. The other funny thing that I can think of real quick is that sometimes when we do our lives, Michael and I record a lot of our class, our notes and stuff like that. So his phone will still be recording, and then he'll hit the live button, and then all you hear is, and there's nothing. And then people start putting a message, we can't hear you, we can't hear you. Like, oh, the recorder again, Michael. So that's probably the silliest we've done.
And another one that just came to me that many times Dela has experienced is we are amateurs at just to let you know that show up just as you are, because when we do the Zoom, we do the share on the Facebook, and it's like, are we live? Are we live? And then you go watch the video, it's like, are we live? Are we live? So it's like getting the more refining skills. And so about our business, one thing I did want to share is, I heard Alka say mindset. I want to introduce everybody to heart set, because a mindset is very, very important. And I've worked on mindset a lot, but what a lot of people neglect is heart set. And they think they're going to hear their heart, they're going to awaken their heart, with forcing and willing the brain to get it. And it's really surrendering. What we focus on and what's transformed our lives to go from, a place of mental abuse that we've lived a life. And I'm sure we all have, because that's why we're all here. The people that you see up here, it's because mostly guaranteed they had a hard life. So it's not about, basically it's realizing, that this is the one thing that we've been given, the brain, and we've been meditating like without this and the awareness of what meditation truly is. Ali and I focus on is showing how everybody meditates. It's just flipping the switch to really awaken your heart. Because when you awaken your heart, you can influence, program, and you can powerfully transform the brain, at will. And the thing about it is we have a course that Dela is a part of, and we're so just honored and grateful to have Dela experience that with us, as we remember so much from Dela. We become mirrors of each other. And the one thing that we focus on is reminding humanity that the brain is an incredible technology, but it bows and it humbles itself to the heart. The heart knows who you are. The heart knows of who, what, when, where, why, and how, and much, much more of every component and calculation of your life. And we try to figure it out here. We try to work hard here. But the one thing we rob ourselves from is the silence and stillness of trusting and loving ourselves. It's so easy to love ourselves when it's convenient. Trust me, I know. So easy to celebrate when everything is going great. But it's when everything seems to be against you, that's when you really, really show up to love yourself. Because that's how you rewire and reprogram this brain to really live in unconditional love, with unconditioned awareness, just being present with what is in every moment. And that's a skill. This is not about luck. This is not about, talent. Like some people are talented and some people are not. We all have this. And when we can step in to really just sit with ourselves, just be with ourselves, we can have the skill and the art form and the mastery to come out in this world, no matter in challenges and celebrations, and love ourselves without conditions. And we reflect that in our world. And that's what the world needs more than ever now. So what do? We have a 16-week course, which
they can all find on our website.
Yes, we have. I
Give
will.
them our website.
I will put the information on Facebook, but we have our 16-week course that we are starting our next one, or you can get on this one and have half off because we're half into the course, and you can go back and watch the replays. Participation is required. It's not just a course you're going to hear and get smarter. This is a course that you're going to really dive into and transform your life. We also have one-on-one coaching, which we have free consultations, so you can message us and find us on our website, and I'll put it on right now. And we also have a members area that you can join us at a very low investment to really, gather together, and we could talk about what's going on in this time. The two other things, Dela, that I want to plug into really quick is if the panelists here and everyone watching can message us, because we're doing Nature's Inner Gathering every week, and we need more testimonials for nature. Nature has been so neglected and so forgotten, and is so powerful and is so transformative that we need testimonials. So if anybody has any stories about nature, we would love to bring you on, share your practice, share your skill, because we need more of humanity to take mentorship. The next thing is Grounding for Life. We have hashtag Grounding for Life, which I'll put it up here, that we need testimonials of what connecting with nature does for you, because nature really is our greatest celebrity, and we've neglected her. She is. Without her, there would be no success. Without her, there would be no thriving. Without her, there would be, this. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Dela.
And if you would like to connect with us, as we want to collaborate with all of you, because we really want to embody the unity consciousness, really come together as we connected with Marianne, which we're already blessed by her. So please, if you'd like to connect with us, we're honored, we're blessed, and we're here for you. Blessings.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for putting up the information. Awesome. Okay. All right. So next I still have two more people. So can I go to Jack next on the screen? And Jack, the silliest business mistake you've made, and then plug in your business, please.
Wow. Been in business for 35 years. I have so many. It's almost like asking a parents with teenagers is saying how many mistakes have we done as parents. Nobody comes with instructions. And in business, been running business of maybe 1 employees to 500 employees. Trust me, we made a whole lot of mistakes. But I think the silliest one, I guess I can say, is because I'm also an investor. And investing, sometimes we invest in people. And sometimes we think we're a good judge of character. It's like almost like when you watch the Dragon's Den, you get a few minutes to actually make up, see if something that your gut feeling tells you yes, or it doesn't, or it tells you no. And having said that, sometime years ago, I was approached by a couple businesses at the same time. And one was a closer relative of mine that I was helping him. He was going bankrupt with his business, and I was basically, he asked me to rebuy his business and bring back up. And at the same time, I had somebody else asking me for an investment. But I decided to help my closer relative to basically help his business. And having said that, is the deal fell through. And I was so upset because it didn't go the way it was supposed to go, and there was a lot of angers in there. And that's one thing that I said we have to control ourselves, because the mistakes we can do is I was so mad that I took the investment and I give it to somebody else, like $100,000. I give it to somebody else without due diligence. It's something we never do in business, is invest without a due diligence in people or their business. And I completely, like 3 months later, completely lost all my money. So yeah, that was silly. I don't know if you call that silly or just a crazy mistakes we do in business sometimes. But you know what, is always have a saying that you have to keep positive of because there's always a lesson to be learned in anything that we do in business. And I think the lesson to be learned on this one was, if you've learned to make it once, meaning that you have the knowledge, you have the capabilities of doing it once, you can do it again. And that's, I think that's the thing that people said, they're afraid to make mistakes, and you can't be afraid of making mistakes. This is how we learn. Nobody starts good in anything. Just a few months ago, I didn't know nothing, even Facebook, about technology, how to get into Facebook or any other technology that there is. And now as I'm on podcast and I'm doing summit, and Lord, I tell you, it is quite a new game for me, if you wish, because now that I have told you about my silly mistake, I guess, is what I have is for the last 28 years, I've been learning about people, about management styles and stuff like that. And what I do is I give people a test, meaning that to find out what personality that is, because there's only 4 personality that exist in the world. You are born with one, and you actually will die with one, the same one. So it's something that you cannot change. So having said that, you only got 4 personality. Why not learn about it? Especially if you do the people business. If you have employees, you have people you're always dealing with. Why not learn about personality? It is such a powerful tools that all management or people that's doing dealing with people should learn about it, because it's a very powerful tool to have in your toolbox. And having said that, I have, if you leave your name on my website, which is the bestkept.secret.com. I will send you the test, and you will find out which personality that you are, and if you want to pursue it any further, then we can connect and we'll take it to the next level. But beside that is right now all I have to do is just give the personality test, leave the infos on my website, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.
That personality test is so much fun. Oh, here's Katie back. She's back. Okay. Hi, Katie. Sorry about that. Okay. So, who did we lose just now? Marianne. We lost Marianne. She'll be back. Okay. So, I just want to go through some comments quickly before we go on to Katie. And, Marianne's back. Here we go. Hello.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay. So, some of the comments, are awesome. I want to make sure that we go through all the comments, and just a second here. Okay. All right. So what do we have? We have, someone said, incredible live, Dela. Oh, Debbie said that. Incredible live, Dela. Thank you. I agree. This is an awesome show that we have going on here. And Debbie also says, when we know better, we do better. One of my favorite Maya Angelou quotes, actually. Very, very nice. Thank you. Patty says, silence is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That Patty Mays, she has a way with words. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I need all of you participants to please put your website addresses in the comment section of this live. So there's a comment section, and you also have access to it. You can put your website addresses there, and we're going to go to Katie next. Miss Katie McQuaig, the silliest business. Oh, we lost her. She'll be back. And so so take your, do you guys know? I know Marianne's laughing at me, and we keep losing people here, and Alka's gone now. It's okay. The pleasures of technology. Here we go. Katie's back. Okay, we're gonna go to Katie next. Katie, the silliest business mistake you have made. She's laughing already, and and then you can plug your company, please, my dear. Go ahead, and I'm gonna mute everybody else who's not talking. Okay, there you go.
Hello, I'm back. Having some lovely technical problems with my internet, but and I think that that's probably one of my biggest mistakes, is trusting my tech, because it cuts in and out, and it happens. I think my biggest mistake, I don't know how silly it is, but I have heard a couple of the other panelists mention it. I think that the one thing that I do is I get so involved with my client or my customer, helping them pick the colors that they want, chatting about life, helping them feel beautiful and take care of themselves, and learning how to do that, that I forget to take all their contact information. So I get their sale, which is wonderful, but I forget to write down what they purchased, when they purchased it, how do I reach them, because I want to stay in contact, right? I want to build my business. And one of the most important ways to build your business is to have repeat customers, and to be able to reconnect with those people. Make sure that they're really truly loving the products that they've purchased from you, and do they still need any more help from you, because maybe they got the product and they're not remembering our conversation or the lesson that we had. And I think that that's what's so important in my business, running a little makeup business online, is being able to reconnect and stay in touch with my customer base. How do you reach me? Well, on Facebook under Katie McQuaig, McCuaig. I've put the link to my website on the in the comments. But if you friend me on Facebook, you'll be able to follow me. And on Instagram, I'm Nana Katie's Place. I'm Nana Katie. And I try to post inspirational, daily, what's happening in my life day to day. And then I do my live. And I've been trying really hard through my vacation, which I'm on right now, from my day job, to be really present in my business and do my lives every day and connect with my customers and remind them how much value they have for me. And it's not just about what they purchase, it's about how are they doing, and how is the makeup making them feel. Because you don't put on the makeup, I'm not trying to sell you the makeup because the makeup is going to make the change. I feel like when I put on my makeup, it's like I'm getting my confidence and I'm feeling beautiful and I'm feeling powerful, and it makes my day feel so much more valuable. Dela, thank you so much for including me today. Thank you for being a good friend, and coach and mentor, someone I aspire to be like every day. This has been fantastic. Thanks so much.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Katie. You just reminded us of something. And I think all entrepreneurs, we can get better at this, which is also written by Deborah here in the comment section. Katie, I used to do that too. Now I have a great email list. And I think that's something that I don't know if you're like me, we need to maybe work a little bit harder on, is to empower our email list as entrepreneurs. And all coaches say that you need an email list. So if you're listening to this and you're an entrepreneur, start building that email list so that you can stay in contact with your customers. And like Katie said, keep that repeat, we all need repeat customers. We need that relationship going. And so let's see what the comments say here. Let's see. Debbie, is that your Adelina? Is that your mom? Adelina says, hi, love you, my loving children, blessings. Is that your mom, Alice and Michael? Oh, Michael's mom. Hello, Mama. Thank you for watching. Debbie says, I made myself be present in this time by starting a 30-day gratitude challenge. Would love you all to join if you'd like. Oh, that's awesome. That's a fantastic way of going into the new year, a 30-day gratitude challenge. Thank you so much. Pamela says, oh, we lost Katie. She's not going to hear this. Pamela says, love you, Katie. You inspired me and I'm forever grateful. So, oh, there she is. I just want to make sure that she hears this wonderful, I think she's back. Hold on one second. There she is. Okay. Hi, Katie. Okay, so I want you to hear this last message from someone who's left it to you. She said, love you, Katie. You inspired me and I'm forever grateful. It looks like we're playing musical chairs. Yeah, that's awesome. I want to thank you all, every single one of you, for being here today. Thank you so much for helping me fundraise money for the Canadian Mental Health Association. You are indeed change makers, every single one of you, influencers, entrepreneurs, inspiring individuals who the world is luckier because you're in it. So thank you so much. So I want to thank you for being here. And did we lose someone again?
Katie.
We lost Katie. Well, I hope she comes back before we say goodbye. Robert J. Moore is here and he says, hello, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And to you. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. I wish Katie would come back so we could all say goodbye together. Yes, Michael.
Can I share something really quick?
Well,
Sorry,
really quick?
hear that. I didn't hear. Can you say again, Michael?
Can I share one quick thought really quick, one quick reflection? Okay, one thing I want to say, thank you, Dela, for this so much, because mental health is so, like, it's part of my life. And one thing I do want to share with the viewers is you're looking at someone who used their own brain to destroy their own life consciously. I did everything to destroy my life. I used this brain to such a potency to really sabotage everything in my life. And I'm going to tell you that this brain is a master at what it does. So just please, 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 for your own life, because the one thing that touches me every time I have a chance to speak is this: somebody could be close to ending their life right now. We never know who we're speaking to. And what I want to share is do something, find something to distract you for that moment. And when you gain that strength of coming back, focus on you. Take the time to invest in yourself. Find a mentor, find someone that can help you in the place that you're in. Because the one thing I will tell you is this, that your word, your choice is law. It's what do you want to experience with that law, that authority that you're given. So just take the time and take small steps. It's not going to happen overnight. Take small steps to really take the time to love yourself, to go out in nature, talk to someone, find someone that you can trust, and share your thoughts. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you because everything was wrong with me. And I'm living a life that I never imagined or dreamed I'd be living. And I didn't even want it. This is my last thought. I didn't even want this life. I didn't even dream of this life. But you watching this video, you want this life. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you're looking. That's why you're seeking. So you are more ahead than I was. You have everything going for you. Keep going forward and keep looking inward because you got you. You're always with you. So make that your best friend. Make that your greatest love. If you're going to live with you, cultivate that relationship. Take care of you. We love you. And I know I speak for all of us because that's why we're here. We love you. You're not alone.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
love that, Michael.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Dela, so much for everything. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
I
Dela,
want to
can I
let
just
you.
share one more thing?
Yes, of course you can. Please.
Yeah, so thank you. I just wanted to bounce back what Michael just said, and what Michael shared earlier on is that as we leave 2020 and we begin the new era, 2021, let's all open our minds, open our hearts, as Michael said, but to also, as we open our hearts and begin 2021, and the most important thing is let's all begin to dream. Because many of us, we don't dream and we don't allow the chance of what is, as we begin to dream, what will allow us. And as we begin to do that, we're going to be open to elevate our heart and our mind. So begin 2021. Let's all do that. Let's dream and dream big to what is possible next year.
That was beautiful.
You can't
Thank you,
hear me,
Alka.
can you? I thank you so much, Alka. The power of visualizing what we want. Right, it's so big. Thank you so much for that reminder. Jack, do you want to leave everyone with a couple of words? Do you want to say goodbye, and then Marianne too will get a chance. And Katie said she had technical difficulties, and it crashed, so she had to leave.
Well, I think I want to leave the people with this here, with the new year coming up. I think is stop making wishes and start making changes, because this is exactly when you start understanding a wish you have no control over. But when your why, as we spoke earlier, is big enough, that will get you to the next step. Will give you the power. It will give you the energy to step forward towards whatever goal or whatever mission that you set for yourself. Believe in yourself. That's the big thing, because get information, listen to people like the one that's in a panel right now, because we all believe in you. As do you believe in yourself? That's the main question you have to ask. Because as far as mental illness, I was born with a family with one. My uncle lived with us all our lives, and he had a mental illness, but we treat him as a brother. And believe me, it makes a difference when you accept people for what they are, because they're capable of a whole lot more than what you think they are. But and having said that, is I know I have a summit that's coming up in February, which again is I'm right behind that cause. The Mental Health Association, the Canadian Health Association, will be supporting that cause. And to me, it's important because with the COVID going on right now, we really need as much support as we can in all directions, because people needs us right now. So it's always a challenge that the leaders have to lead. It's leadership is something that all coaches and mentors that's out there need to get together or get to push forward to help the people that are in needs. And it is so important. They always say it's in time of, I got a little saying, it said that if it's in time of needs that we have coaches and mentors have to rise up and help the people in need. So thank you very much, and we'll see you again.
Thank you so much, Jack. Marianne, anything you want to leave people with?
Always. You know I'm never short on words. So I just want to say I did it, and I think anyone can do it. So I'm 58 years old. I'm going to be 59 in February, and I just changed careers. Someone actually told me at the dinner table at Christmas that he thought I was bold, and I thought, I never really gave it much thought, but I just want to leave you with this. We're always waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect time. Oh no, when I do this, then I'm going to do this. When I get this, when this happens, then I'm going to go do this. You know what? Just go do it. Stop waiting for perfection. It's never going to happen. Nothing will ever be perfect. The perfect time for you to start doing what you love, start being with who you love, and love yourself now. Now is the time. Do it now. Take action now. Don't wait. There's no good that's going to happen in waiting. Procrastination is not my thing. So take action now and do it now. And the perfect time is now. That's all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dela, so much. This was the best ever. I love being a part of a group that does nothing but great things and puts great energy into my energy bank. Well, not mine, but ours.
That's awesome. Speaking of energy bank, we have an energy bank coming up on January 16th. It's a summit that Marianne and I are putting on, with lots of fantastic speakers. Just keep tuned in, and we'll let you know when, how, and what and stuff. Right? We're doing that. And then so Jack's summit is on February the 20.
He's muted.
20th and 21st.
Thank you. So January 16th is a summit, and then we have Jack Summit on February 20th and 21st. Any other summits coming up, please feel free to post them. This is it. Through these talks and these summits is when we learn more and we hear other people's take and perspective on how they're dealing with stuff. And this is the only way we can help each other. And it's all it's all for the taking, honestly. And so we've got some comments. I want to go through them and make sure we acknowledge people for being here with us. I'm so blessed to be here on this fantastic platform with all of you. Lots of comments. Pamela says, thank you so much for all your words of wisdom, such powerful words. I think I don't know who she commented that for, but I'm sure it's everybody. All of you. Debbie says, you guys are all such a godsend. And Lizzie says, hello, amazing people. Hello, Lizzie. Lizzie T with the Lizzie T Show. Robert says, stop dreaming and start taking action to make these dreams
Yes,
true.
action.
Thank you. Pamela says, amazing panel of people. Such an inspiration to all. Debbie says, lend a hand, take a hand. Lizzie says, just do it. Pamela says, just do it. Take that leap. You will see nothing but great things happen. And Lizzie says, Summit. Robert says, you all rock. You were trained very professionally. I'm impressed.
We did the training.
Shameless plug-in for Robert J. Moore. And thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you. I want to say that I am so grateful for all of you to be here. Thank you so much for taking this initiative and helping me out like this. I'm just, mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm speechless. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dela.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Dela. We love Dela.
We love Dela.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Robert J.
Dela,
Moore,
you
our trainer, and ourselves.
Dela, you inspired me to do a video after this.
I'm so glad. I'm going to be watching, Michael. Awesome. Okay, everybody. We got to go. We've been talking for a while, and I want to make sure that, we don't lose people, although I think they'll still be here. So I want to wish you all the best for the rest of 2020. And as you walk into 2021, lots of blessing of love, joy, and peace and prosperity. Thank you for being in my life. I am so blessed to have all of you. With that,
Thank you, Dela.
you're welcome. For everyone who's been watching us today, may your lives be blessed. And Michael, was there something else you wanted to add? I'm just being
Let the little child come out. You can be an adult, but remember to play. You're playing, you're not living.
Yes.
Be responsible, but play responsibly.
Yes, I agree. Well, with that, everyone, this has been another Dela's Voice, hoping to spark your soul. Stay blessed.